Hi. You know, feedback is an incredibly powerful tool. I often, as a leader, I just don't even know how people are thinking about what I might have said or done. And so when someone gives me feedback, it is really appreciated. It's helpful and it's appreciated. But also, as a leader, I have the obligation and the responsibility to give my people feedback. They need to know what I'm thinking. They need to know sometimes that they've done a great job, but sometimes how to do the job better. Giving feedback is not always easy, and sometimes we're not exactly sure how to do it effectively. So this model, where feedback is at the center, will give you a very precise tool to allow you to be effective. And the first is be considerate. Almost always, the person that is receiving the feedback, if it's feedback that is going to be corrective, did not intentionally mess up. They did it unintentionally. Now, that doesn't mean you can let them off the hook for that behavior, but we need to speak in a way that is considerate, that is thoughtful, that is kind, so that the feedback is well received. The second is it's got to be current. Don't wait. Give the feedback in the moment as quickly as you possibly can, as close to the event as possible. The longer you wait, the less relevant it will be, and the more the memories of that moment will be erased. So try to give the feedback as currently and in the moment as you can. And the third, I feel, is incredibly important and often missed, and that's consequences. When we give feedback, we must explain the consequences of the action. The reason I am giving you feedback is because when you did this, this happened. Now, you probably didn't intend this to happen. You probably didn't want this to happen, but it did. So let me help you understand why something which we didn't want to happen actually happened. We need to link the consequences into our feedback. If we don't bring in the consequences of the action around which we are giving feedback, it's just theory, it's not practical. To make it practical, I need to speak kindly, I need to speak in the moment and say, because of what you did or behaved or spoke, here are the consequences, and they're not acceptable, or they are acceptable, and I need to tell you that. So if you follow those three, considerate, current, and consequences, your feedback will be much more effective.